John Cena. Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert. John Cena is back. I'm going to go over pretty much the entire show, Money in the Bank 2021. And I'm just going to sit there and talk about the things that I liked. And that's mostly it. Do not expect a major breakdown or this and that or whatever. I'm literally just flying through this shit. No edits, no nothing. Let's go. Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Mike Boyd. I just got done watching Money in the Bank 2021. Literally, show just went off the air. It's 11:31 right now. And just wow. Just wow. You know, I will say that it is very nice to have the fans back in attendance. It makes so much of a difference. Even on SmackDown on Friday, it made so much of a difference. Shout out to everyone that held it down during the pandemic for WWE, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Sasha Banks, Asuka, everyone, that had to perform in the Thunderdome, making the best of, a horrible situation in the circumstances. But listen, and my fear was with the fans coming back there's still time, to see if this actually happens, but keep this momentum, keep this energy, because the crowd was hot the entire night, and that's what we need. Watching at home is very, it's a different experience from watching in person, and we need that energy. It creates a more compelling atmosphere, a more compelling show when the fans are actually into what's going on. It elevates the match itself. Now, with all that being said, the show was a great show from start to finish. I liked it. I loved it. Just going to go over a few things here. So the Usos are now the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Everyone in the family has gold. Roman, Universal Champion. Usos have tag titles. Now, I did want to see Naomi win the Money in the Bank briefcase, turn heel, and join the Usos and Roman and just add to the family. I still kind of hope that happens in the future anyway, with her not winning Money in the Bank. But now, I'll be honest, I have not watched every week, especially during the pandemic. It just got to be a little too much for me. Nikki Cross is now a superhero. Nikki ASH, she is now the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. I honestly wanted either Naomi or personal favorite Zelina Vega to win. I see Zelina Vega came back, and I'm thinking like, all right, maybe they're going to do something with her, and then they kind of made it seem like Liv Morgan was going to win. I thought Alexa may get the win, but I'm interested to see where this superhero character is going with Nikki and what they're going to do with the Money in the Bank briefcase with her. The next match was for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I completely forgot that AJ and Omos, is that his name? Tall black guy, were champions. The Viking Raiders, War Raiders, experienced something I don't know versus them. The match itself was, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Like, there were some cool moments in there, but I wasn't really feeling it too much. Just side note, AJ Styles, when you come out for your entrance, I really hate when he waits, when he goes like this. I really, that part cracks me up, because, he's sitting there, he's, for, 10 seconds before before the music drops and all that. It's kind of funny to see, but it's like it seems ridiculous. But they retained, still Raw Tag Team Champions. Didn't really care for that match at all. Now we got Bobby Lashley defending the WWE Championship against Kofi Kingston. Kofi, they called him soft. They said that Bobby, was getting a little, lost his edge because, he was hanging out with the women and partying and living the life, but he wasn't, the beast that we know that he is. Bobby showed Kofi exactly who the fuck he was and literally whooped his ass. I don't even know how long the match was. I feel like it was only 12 minutes, but it felt like the longest ass whooping ever. Bobby dominated, and that's what we're going to remember, that Bobby dominated. And that's what we want to see, Bobby dominating. Now, will a match with Lesnar come up soon? We don't know, but if it is, I want it. I want everything at SummerSlam. Now, for me, this was the match of the night. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte challenging for the Raw Women's Championship. I like Charlotte a lot. A lot. Even when I want to hate Charlotte, based on character or getting pushes all the time or whatever, but they weave that in so well in the storylines about her getting shots after shots after shots or whatever, to the point where I actually like it. I like Charlotte. And even watching her in the ring, just selling a little bit, certain things with the movements and stuff, she looks just like her dad. With this little small subtle things. This was the match of the night for me. The crowd was chanting, "We want Becky, we want Becky," because it was, I guess, Becky Lynch was there, but no Becky Lynch appearance, for the night. But so Charlotte did flip the crowd off, literally gave them the middle finger. The crowd, the screen went black. And then it came back, and she still just, But the moment for me in this match was Charlotte did a natural selection to Rhea Ripley from the top rope, and it was a 2 count. And I lost my shit. I was like for the first time in a long time, wrestling was real again. It's I felt like a kid. It was holy shit, I cannot believe that, this just happened. She kicked out. Holy shit. Charlotte Flair ended up winning. I love it. Can't complain. I love the queen. I love the queen. Can't complain. Then after that, the Peacock app just went, what the fuck was going on? That shit was glit. The fuck? What? Listen. Say what you want about the WWE Network. I don't remember ever having an issue with the WWE Network, but I've had issues with Peacock, and Peacock has only been around for a few months, especially with the WWE content. Honestly, I don't know what else Peacock does in terms of live events and everything, but that was bad. Because not only did we miss the Applebee's commercial, we missed a backstage segment that a lot of people said wasn't really that great. And then we missed the entrances for a lot of these guys. I missed the crowd singing along to Shinsuke's theme. I missed the crowd reacting to Big E coming out. Now, luckily, early in the match, I was able to just restart the app and get back into the stream and everything. And I will say, highlight of the match, Ricochet getting pushed off the ladder, springboard off the ropes, dives onto, everyone. Amazing. This guy, when he flips and he's in the air, it's just beautiful. Like, just beautiful. Even the slow motion, the replay, amazing. And there's something else here about this match. Kevin Owens, I'm not sure if he's actually hurt or not, but that power bomb from Seth Rollins on the outside, the refs did come to check on him. I mean, they do that all the time anyway, but I haven't seen anything that would indicate that he's actually hurt or anything like that, but it did seem like he actually hit his head and he was in pain, or maybe he was just selling very, very well. Big E ended up winning the match, and I'm not mad at it. I didn't know who was going to win this. I wasn't really sure how to feel about who was winning and, who should win and who shouldn't win. So I just kind of went into this match with an open mind. And, well, actually, no, I'm lying, because I did not want to see Drew McIntyre win. I didn't want to see Drew McIntyre win, only because Drew has held the title for, most of 2020, has been around in the picture, the main event picture. I want to see something else. And I'm not really sold on Drew McIntyre as a babyface. I think he's too big to be a babyface. And I felt that way back when he was at NXT against Andrade. Andrade was the heel, Drew McIntyre's babyface, and it just felt like he's smaller than you, and it's hard to take someone seriously. I mean, I know it's wrestling, and I know anything can happen. The small guy can beat the big guy, but it was just weird to see. Drew is a big guy, tough guy. I need to see him as a badass heel, has one of the best finishers. I need to see that. But Big E won. I'm not mad at it. Big E has been a favorite for a while, fan favorite for a while, been with the New Day for the last 6 years. A lot of people saw this coming. They said that big major push is coming for him. This guy, give him a chance as a single star. They said this back when he was with Ziggler and AJ Lee in 2014. I didn't see it, but now actually watching him come into his own and actually get a real legit shot, I'm all for it. And that for me was probably the moment of the night until we got to the main event. Edge, of course, great reaction from the crowd. Roman Reigns got booed for most of the night. Got a few chants. There was a few, a back and forth chant between Roman. We want, let's go Roman, let's go Edge. Then it got to a point where out of nowhere, Edge was just getting his ass whooped by Roman for a good minute. Referee gets knocked down. Usos try to come out. The Mysterios come out to get them out the picture. They fight backstage. Seth Rollins came out after he lost the Money in the Bank ladder match that he was like, look, Edge ruined this for me on multiple occasions. I should be in that Universal title match. He said, I don't care who wins. I got next. He said he got next. And he came out, kicked Edge, saved Roman from, possibly losing, because he had him in the crossface with the chair piece in his mouth for a good 5 minutes. And, this all happened while the Usos and the Mysterios were fighting. Rollins comes out, a new ref eventually comes out. Roman goes for the spear, I believe. Edge spears him. Edge is about to win. Rollins comes back out, gets on the apron, distracts him, and then Roman wins with the spear. Roman Reigns, still Universal Champion. It's been 320-something days. Incredible reign. And it was interesting because after the match, Seth Rollins attacks Edge and then turns his sights on Roman. And I'm sitting there okay, here we go. Rollins, he was talking that shit, saying I got next, so go fight Roman now. And then Edge attacks Rollins, and they fight off into the crowd. And then Seth, Seth and Edge gone out the picture. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman standing in the ring. They get a microphone. Roman Reigns says, now, you guys can all acknowledge me. And then it happens. I was expecting, as soon as he grabbed the microphone, I was expecting something to happen. And John Cena makes his return. John Cena makes his return. And let me tell you this. I was screaming. Listen, I have sat through... John Cena was a personal favorite of mine when I was a child. Back when he was a doctor of thugonomics. I used to, every time he used to do the 5-knuckle shuffle and pump the sneakers up, I used to pretend to do that as he was doing it while watching. I would get up from I was sitting on the floor watching, and I would get up and actually do the move with him. And then, sitting through the whole Super Cena era, from 08 to whenever. But I've grown to actually have more of an appreciation for John Cena, just because it's all right, it was cool to hate him, but now it's just you have to give people their flowers and their respect while they're still here. John Cena is absolutely a living WWE legend. John Cena is great. He's great. But John Cena returns and pretty much upstage Roman's moment. Crowd went nuts. Absolutely nuts. And he looked at Roman, you can't see me. And that was that. And then, the show went off the air and Cena just still celebrating. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen now, because it looks like now we're going to get Seth Rollins versus Edge at SummerSlam, most likely. And then we're going to get John Cena versus Roman Reigns. And the promos are going to be amazing, because John Cena, it's going to be interesting to see how much range John Cena has and what he's going to say and do. Because John Cena is notorious for just poking fun at people and pretty much bringing them down to size a little bit. He did it to The Rock with the arm promo. He did it to Roman Reigns a few years back, where he was listen, kid, if you want to make it in this business, you got to learn how to cut a promo. Actually poking fun, and it's going to be interesting to see, what's going to happen. And honestly, and just a prediction here, I don't see John Cena actually beating Roman, but I do think that Cena coming back and Roman putting him down is the right move. But I'm excited for SummerSlam already. I'm excited. Everything on the SmackDown side, I'm excited for. But let me know what you guys think about the show. I thought the show was great. I liked it. I liked the show. Nothing to complain about here. Also, shout out to Matt Riddle, who has been tagging with Randy Orton, giving out RKOs in the Money in the Bank ladder match. That was cool to see. No Randy on the show, so that was cool to see. But honestly, tonight actually made me excited to be a wrestling fan. It's been hard to watch WWE weekly. I've been watching monthly and keeping up on Twitter or whatever, YouTube clips or whatever, for the SmackDown and Raw, NXT as well. So I'm actually going to try to get back in the swing of things and see where, what's going on and, where this takes me. And, but I like the show, and hopefully WWE keeps this momentum and produces more great content. That's all I can hope for.